There are suggestions in the newspapers this morning that not only is Theresa May reconciled to losing a vote on staying in the customs union, but she might be quite happy with that, and that she'd be quite happy to do a U-turn and go into negotiations with the EU and negotiate Britain staying in a customs union. If she does that, would you be disturbed by that?
Well, let's be absolutely clear about what the government's position is. Leaving the European Union means that we leave the customs union and single market. Now, do we need
the suggestion is that she's quite happy to do a U-turn on this.
I don't believe that's the case. The Prime Minister has been absolutely clear, and repeatedly so, in each of the major speeches he's given, and repeatedly at the dispatch box in the House of Commons. We are leaving the customs union. However, that does not mean that we absolutely do need to negotiate a trade agreement, a free trade agreement with the European Union, and that should involve tariff-free trade. And so there needs to be some kind of customs agreement.
All right, so you're now suggesting that we should leave the customs union but have our customs union. You're starting to sound like the Labour Party.
No. That is the government's position, and that's my position as a member of Parliament.
We should be in a customs union with the European Union.
I believe we need to have a free trade agreement with the European Union. The government has set its objective very clear. It's very clear in all the things that the Prime Minister has said. That is what the government's objective is in these negotiations. Britain wants to be, post-Brexit, a champion of free trade. And we want to have a trade agreement, a full, deep, comprehensive, including dealing with the issue around tariffs, both the monetary tariffs and also the non-tariff barriers that can sometimes impede free trade.
I bet you didn't think you'd get him on your side.
Exactly. This is quite a significant statement if it's indeed true, because what we're seeing is more chaos and confusion at the heart of this government's Brexit policy and approach. I mean, today you're absolutely right.
Why are you saying that? Why are you not saying, Stephen, let's have a meeting and all get together and we'll agree this?
You don't know who you're actually meeting and what sort of view you're going to get from one lead to the next. I mean, this is delusional fantasy at its very worst. And what we're seeing is
how can it be delusional fantasy for Stephen Kerr to say he supports what you're saying?
Well, I've never heard this before. This is absolutely new. And so what we're actually hearing now, I think if this is the government's policy, so let's get this right. We've been against the customs union, all the way through this Brexit process, and now we're being told somehow that they may be for a customs union. Now, this is actually quite.